Hey Beaders, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Neda Brand Atelier, and on today's episode I'm going to show you how to create this 3D beading that you can see here. Unlike our usual beading, this one is created separately and attached to the dress afterwards. And of course, I'm going to show you how to create it and attach it as well. This beading is also used in creating beaded bags, but for this tutorial, we're just going to cover the process of making the beads just for the waistline of this dress for our beautiful princess. We are going to use our fish line. Please use a thick one, and then we're using this big size of crystal beads. It is usually sold on a line like this, and then we'll use our glue to secure our knots. So to begin, you are just going to cut a long thread and then hold the two edges like this, and then you're going to take 4 beads and pass your thread through the bead, the whole of the bead. So please pay close attention. It's not hard, it's quite simple. It's just like creating interlockings but using beads. So you're going to pass the thread through the whole of the beads like so. And this is what you have. So the next step is to take one of the beads, the last one, and then you're going to pass the other leg of the thread through the hole. So the 2 legs of the thread are passing through the last bead like so, and then you're going to pull. And here my assistant is just redoing it to make sure that you guys see the process very well and you understand it very well. So pass the other leg of the thread through the same hole as the first one had passed through, and you're going to pull. That one is going to hold down the first 3 beads. So again, this is just a closer look, and this is an easier way to hold the bead when you want to pass the second leg of the thread through the hole like so. And then all you have to do is just pull to secure the first 3 down like so. And this is what it looks like. It looks like a petal. So the next step is to take the 2 legs of the thread. Please listen carefully. So you're going to pass one leg of the thread through the hole of one bead, and then you're going to take the other leg of the thread and pass through the hole of another bead, and then you're going to pull. Now you are going to take the 2 legs at once. So this is what you have here. One bead on one side and another bead on another side, right? Now you're going to take the thread, the 2 of them, the 2 legs of the thread, and you're going to take a new bead, not a bead that's already been passed, a new bead, and then you're going to pass the 2 legs of the thread at once through that particular hole of the bead. Do you understand? And then again, you're going to pull. Like I said earlier, this last bead, the idea of putting this last bead is to hold down the previous beads to create this interlocking you see here. So this is basically the procedure. It's easy, like I said. All you have to do is continue with this same process by passing one leg of the thread through the hole of a bead, passing the other leg of the thread through the hole of another bead, and then holding down the, initially passed beads with a last bead. And that means that you're going to pass the 2 legs of the bead of the thread through the hole of the last bead, which is the 3rd bead. So just watch carefully. I'm going to continue to let this play so that you can see the process, and at the end I'm going to show you how to knot your thread and secure your knots, and then also how to attach this bead to the dress. Yeah, so this is what it looks like when you have achieved the length that you want. So make sure you measure the area that you want to cover, and then when you get to the length that you want to get to, you have to knot your thread multiple times, up to 10 times or even more if necessary. And that's why I said please use a thick fishing line or invisible thread or whatever it's called where you are. Use something thick so that the knot can be very thick, bigger than the whole of the bead, right? So continue knotting until you see that it is very, very thick. And when you are sure that it is very thick, like it is here, cut your thread. And like we always do, we use our instant glue to secure the knots of the thread so that, it doesn't unravel. Cause sometimes when, the client wears the dress and dry cleans it, over time, the bead can loosen and we don't want that. So just to secure the chain, we have to use the glue to hold the knot together so that, it doesn't unravel. So to attach it to the dress, make sure that you're passing the thread that you're using to sew it down through the hole of the bead so that it's not just, you holding down the thread of the already made 3D bead down to the dress. You're actually sewing down the bead to the dress. So you're going to go from here to there. So it's like you're doing a crisscross pattern of sewing down, right? So you pass your thread to the opposite direction while moving forward, of course, and then you pass the needle through the hole of the bead like so, and then when you pierce the needle through the dress, you cross it to the opposite side and do the same thing. And that's basically how to sew it down. I hope this was helpful. Please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly give it a thumbs up. Kindly subscribe as well. We post really nice and educative videos that are very well detailed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.